got to get to the next
It's on
matchup.
video.
Next matchup.
It's
it's
honestly one of my favorite matchups.
I'm sure it is.
Because we got the Heffenators going against Mark. You say it. Lay that ass. Oh, he likes to lay that ass down.
Lay that ass down.
But now we got to break it down.
Now we got to break it down.
Let's break down
analyze it.
these teams.
Do it.
And I'm going to tilt that. There we
Go ahead.
go.
You get in that picture, boy.
There we go.
Manning versus Homo.
Manning versus the Homo, Tony
Here we
Romo.
go. Where is Jessica
Manning's
Simpson
going
now?
to put up a lot of points.
But I think Romo's going to put up a
He
lot
is,
of points.
because they're going to be losing, and he's going to have to
Philly
come back.
released Babin, so...
Yes, that's another thing. They released
Why?
Jason
Why?
Babin.
Why? Philly. Where are you?
They're desperate.
Where are you, Philly?
They're like, let's just cut people. It's so stupid. He has nice tattoos.
I'm not going into his tattoos. Those are amazing, by the way. But you have Peyton Manning, who's... I'm Peyton. He's the robot. He's like RoboCop. He just gets the job done. It's Tampa. Who are they stopping in the air?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Rondé Barber's too old.
Oh my God. Bullet Bill could be going through them slow-ass speed. Now, Beanie Wells at the Jets. Jets blow.
Ohio State.
The Jets.
The Ohio State?
The Ohio State. The Jets. They're god-awful. Oh my God.
They are really bad.
They are really bad.
They're so bad. I hate that fucking team.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch
He's
at
gonna-
Chicago.
Chicago, though.
I mean, elite running backs have been doing okay at Chicago just because they're elite, I guess, because they can break a tackle. But, I mean, it's Skittles. It is Skittles.
Skittles.
It's Skittles!
Oh my dick!
Oh my dick! But, he's not facing Sharp. He's facing the Bears D, who you can never underestimate.
Sure.
They can leave him for nothing. What'd he do last week?
Nothing.
Who did they play last week?
Who did they play last
No
week?
one
Oh,
was
Miami.
remembering.
Miami. And they stopped the run.
They
Yeah,
are
they
good.
did.
Rusty. Chicago's better. Moving on.
Alfred Morris.
At the Giants.
He's gonna score.
Last time he played the
70
Giants, he got
yards.
120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I don't know he's going to
He's
get
gonna
that.
get one. and
He's
at
going to
least
have a
70
touchdown,
yards.
and I would say even 80.
I'll take that, though.
Of course you would.
Ray Rice
Half an
against
80.
Pittsburgh. He's gonna put up a lot of points on
Yeah,
the
Ray
ground.
Rice
and
always
in the
does.
air,
Yeah, Ray Rice puts up points.
He's
All-purpose yards, forget it. He's got to be like top 3 all-purpose
Ray
yards,
Rice.
if not the top.
Roddy White versus Dez Bryant.
Roddy White, New Orleans, my God, all Matt Ryan has to do is throw it straight in the air.
That's it.
And I swear Roddy White will come down with it
He'll
for
get
a
a
60-yard
couple points.
touchdown. It's going to happen. You wait and see. I predict Matt Ryan's going to throw a bomb 50 yards plus to Roddy White this week.
What about Dez Bryant?
Dez Bryant of Philly.
Not a lot of points. I think
What
he's gonna drop
the
a lot of balls
hell
in this game.
happened to Namdi?
Namdi doesn't exist. He put on a Eagles uniform and forgot how to play football.
His ego doesn't know how to play football. That's what's wrong.
He doesn't care no more. That whole team don't care no more.
They're the Raiders now. Maybe Namdi was
The
the curse for the
Raiders.
Raiders. Who knows? We never heard about it.
No,
So,
that's in Oakland.
I think Dez Bryant's got a pretty good game.
I think he will too.
I think he's gonna drop a lot of balls.
I'm just going to abbreviate this as ass. You better hope that Dallas has a good game. Because you have Romo and you have Dez
You guys
Bryant.
are gonna lose. Dallas is gonna lose against Philly.
Now,
AJ Green's
AJ
gonna
Green,
score.
who's been the best
He's
receiver.
gonna start his streak up
San
again.
Diego is great against the run.
Horrible against the pass.
Against the pass. The Red Rocket, Andy Dalton, is
The
going to
Red
torch
Rocket,
them
Red
and make them as
Rocket.
red as his hair.
Oh, they're
He
gonna
is-
be bleeding
They're
like
gonna be
pussy.
bleeding. They're going to look like a bunch of class acts when they're done with it.
A bunch of class acts.
So,
Right.
he's definitely going to score twice, 100 yards. He's going to blow it up.
Nice.
Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne, the guy who has the most targets, probably, I think he has the most receptions on the
I
season.
believe so. Yeah.
At Detroit. Detroit. You remember the last guy I remember from Detroit secondary? He was there maybe 50 years ago. It was Dre Bly. That's the last guy I
Dre
remember.
Bly. I remember Dre
Yeah.
Bly.
After that, who do you
Yeah,
know?
no, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
nobody.
it. And no one.
I expect him to have 10 catches. I don't know.
100 all-purpose.
He gets 10 catches, 60 yards. I don't understand. Him and Wes Walker, both on my team.
It's a
Don't
little
even ask
slap.
me.
They go a little
I
slap
know.
plays.
But they're having him running around. He's going to get catches. He's going to get points. Expect points. Big points.
Big points.
Moving
Jimmy
on.
Graham versus
Jimmy
Scott
Graham.
Chan.
James Graham.
Both of these guys are going to get points, I think. That's all I gotta say.
Nice. Moving on to the next one.
Next.
Bryce
Brown
versus
Bryce
Demarius
Brown.
Thomas.
The rookie Bryce Brown.
Demarius Thomas is gonna have 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns.
To make up for Des Bryant having none. Bryce Brown
Sure.
is going to put up all the points for Philly,
Bryce Brown
so
is
to
gonna-
beat Dallas,
He's
so
gonna
he's
have
going
a
to
lot
have a
of.
good
He's
game.
gonna have a good game. All-purpose yards. I think they're gonna find some ways to get him the ball. Maybe to get Nick Foles comfortable, get him some screens. Maybe you'll see some early points from him.
Just so Steve Smith.
No.
Moving on.
Matt Bryan versus Shane Graham.
Well, actually, you know what I'm looking at here? I see Michael Bush on the bench. If he is playing, you might want to consider. I know it's Seattle. You might want to consider.
Well, I'm thinking about
Michael
it.
Bush-
That's why I
Michael
got him.
Bush-
I'm looking at
Michael
both of them.
Bush is an animal. Had him last year in fantasy. Have him this year. The one game he started this year, 2 touchdowns. Just saying. Moving on. Kickers.
Matt Bryant.
Matt Bryant.
And your favorite
one of-
kicker.
Shane Graham. My team name is Shane Graham's All-Stars. Because he's the only guy who was ever attempted to be taken in a draft 5 times. I'm not kidding. That's why.
Shane Graham's
Shane Graham.
All-Stars.
3 times in 1 round. Go figure. Both of them going to have great games. Terrible defenses.
Yep.
Moving on.
San Francisco. Baltimore.
That's St.
Oh,
Louis.
that's
San
a
Fran.
sick game.
Both of these teams, you guys are going to get a lot of points here. This is a majority of your points, I believe. Both of you guys. Pittsburgh, Charlie Batch. 8 turnovers.
8
Against
to
who?
Cleveland.
To Cleveland.
Cleveland.
They could have 12 against Baltimore if
Yeah.
they play like that. San Fran and St. Louis.
It's going to be
You're gonna see a large. You're
blowout.
gonna see a large dosage of Steven Jackson. Maybe you'll see some Darryl Richardson if it's a blowout. They're not big fumblers. Possible, not big fumblers, but Sam Bradford is sometimes off the mark, to say the least.
The mark.
What a
I'm
C.
going with the
He's
Heffenators.
going with the Heffenators.
I'm gonna go with the Heffenators too. I mean, you got Roddy White and AJ Green who are gonna get a lot of points here. You got San Francisco's defense, a lot of points. Matt Bryant, 1,000,000 points. Peyton Manning against Tampa, amazing
Peyton.
matchup. Just by matchup, I'm gonna go with the Heffenators.
And I think it's obvious that I'm going to go with the Heffenators as well. Why would I pick against myself?
Who saw that coming?
I mean, I'm not sure, but lay that ass. She might. Nah, she's not laying that ass this week.
This game is going to get me into the playoffs.
This is the game, the matchup.
Is this
Right.
Is this the matchup of the week to you guys? I'm trying to
This is
figure
the
it out.
matchup of the week
This is-
to me.
This is my first time
Mark's
looking at
matchup.
everyone's team.
Now we got Ryan Leaf's comeback going against Lotus Flower Bomb.
All right, we got the bombs.
Sean and Sophia.
Against, bombs against Leaves. And that just alone, the bombs would win. But let's read on.
Moving, I will start with the quarterbacks. Cam Newton, Philly Rivers.
Wow, matchup of the idiots. I feel like I'm watching 2 JaVale McGee's going at it here. This is really.
I'd go with
ridiculous.
Eli Manning.
You would put Eli in. I'd put Eli in too.
I'd go with Eli
probably
Manning,
would
Sophia.
too, just because. Philip Rivers, why are you so stupid and ignorant? He's ignorant. That's what Philip Rivers is.
Ignorant.
Ignorant.
How about Arian Foster against Pierre? Oh, how about, let me change that. Arian Foster, CJ Spiller, and against Pierre Thomas and Reggie Bush.
If you put those two 2-on-2, it's a blowout. Yeah, Arian Foster and CJ Spiller.
Sit Pierre Thomas, put Ahmad Bradshaw. Ahmad and Reggie
I don't know,
Bush.
Ahmad Bradshaw. It's rough against Washington.
He's going to do good.
Washington has had a good run defense for a few years now,
He's gonna
and
do
they
good.
still have it this year.
He's going to do good. Giants are
Is
going to
this
win.
their whole bench?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean it is.
There you go, it's better.
All right.
Okay, then we got Larry Fitz, Andre Johnson going against Colston and Crabtree.
Okay, this is pretty interesting. Andre Johnson had that monster game.
Oh, 2
Larry
monster
Fitz
games.
is going to have a good
Yep.
game against the Jets.
Larry Fitz is going to have a good game because Antonio Cromartie doesn't remember how to play football. And Marquise Colston, he's probably going to score, one of those red zone type of deals because that's how New Orleans is. They get to the red zone. Once they're in 20 yards, you could just walk away and say they scored.
Yeah.
Now, Crabtree at St. Louis, he is going to have
A
none
touchdown.
other than the instigator, Cortland Finnegan, on him.
Yes. But do you think Crabtree will budge?
If he doesn't get thrown out of a game for getting into a fight, I think he'll have pretty decent numbers because I think he'll.
I think it's a touchdown.
Yeah, he might get one. I I
He will
think
get a
I think
touchdown.
I think
He's their best
we'll see a
receiver.
rare touchdown from Randy Moss this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to see that, actually.
Okay.
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten, Philly.
Greg Olsen.
Jason Witten's gonna get capped just because that's one of his favorite
it's pretty
targets.
even.
It's pretty even to me. Olsen, better chance of
Cam
scoring
likes
because
Olsen.
Kansas City likes to blitz with their linebackers, so that's a good chance we're gonna Olsen just run out of flat. But if Cam Newton wants to run, he's not gonna do anything. So, you, the Bombs, need the Leafs, Newton, to do okay for your Bombs. Olsen.
Sidney Rice. Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
I have a bone to pick with you, Ryan Leeds come back. Sidney Rice at Chicago. You have a couple of guys you could play here.
I'm thinking Sadu.
I was thinking Sanu as well. Maybe even Denarius Moore if Carson Palmer remembers how to throw.
That's true.
But
I'm thinking Sanu.
I would think Sanu too, but the thing is he doesn't get catches, but he'll get touchdowns. I mean, if you want yards and scores, maybe you might want to go with Denarius, but Rice at Chicago.
It's not looking
It's
good.
a rough
Nah,
matchup.
it doesn't look that
at
good.
Chicago. That's a big thing. At Chicago, Windy City. Good luck with that one if you're going to stick with that. Janikowski, strongest leg in the league, versus Cleveland. Lawrence Tynes at Washington.
Janikowski.
Janikowski's got the best kick. Yeah.
Oh,
Best
I
leg in
would
the league.
sit Tynes and start Barth. He's going to score, put up some points. You're going to need that to beat Ryan Leafs.
I think
Come
both
back
of
to get
them.
me in
I think both of
playoffs.
them gonna have some points. I think Lawrence Tynes, Washington's gonna have a couple of red zone stops. I think Lawrence Tynes could come out there for a few field goals. Janikowski can hit from anywhere. Cleveland maybe could get a stop, but it's Oakland, so anyone could get a stop. So Janikowski, he'll kick him from 70. Who cares?
I'm going Connor Barth.
Connor Barth is not a bad option. I think it's kind of a push. I don't know, what do you feel, Tommy?
He'll have a good game.
Between Tynes and Barth.
You know what? I hated on Tynes in the beginning,
Mhm.
but it turns out he's actually having a really good season.
He is having a really
He,
good season. I
he's
did not
kick,
expect
he's
this.
doing me neither.
Yeah.
He tends to miss a lot, but this season
He's-
he's on.
Denver and Tampa.
And they're home.
And they're home.
That's true.
Well, Tynes is not home. Sorry.
No.
Oh
Tynes
no
is
no no
They're
no
both
my bad.
away. They're both
All right,
away.
they're both away.
At Denver.
Denver, I think I'd go
Mile
with
high.
Tynes.
Mile high, though. Ball goes farther in Denver.
Connor Barth.
Connor Barth.
It's going to be a closer game. Tampa's a team that
Honestly,
can put up points.
just because it's at Denver, I might consider putting in
Connor
Barth as well.
Barth.
Connor Barth. You heard it from them.
Defenses, Chicago, Seattle, New England, at Miami. Tommy, go. What do you got?
Oh, obviously. New England's going to have a fantastic game
They're
against
gonna
that
have
shitty-ass
Al Michaels
fucking
affair.
quarterback. Against that shitty-ass receiving core. And I think Reggie Bush will score. But that's it.
Right.
That's all they're getting. And
Yeah.
Reggie Bush is not even going to get, 80 yards.
He'll have,
He's going to get, 40.
He might have 50 He might not have that many carries because it might be a blowout early, so they might have to throw the ball.
That's another
From-
thing.
from, like,
and
the
that's even
halftime
dangerous,
on.
too. Their defense, I don't think New England's defense is strong. But when they play shitty teams, they're very strong.
They're very strong.
They make the most of their opponent's mistakes. that's for
Exactly.
sure.
But Chicago.
Chicago is
They'll
Chicago.
return, yeah. They'll get you
I
points,
mean,
sacks.
Russell Wilson is not turning the ball over,
Eddie moves.
and
Makes
he
quick.
moves.
And he gets the ball out quick. Right before he's about to get hit, he will throw the ball away. He's
Yeah.
a smart quarterback
He-
for a rookie.
He surprised me very much. But I don't think they're going to put up that many
Chicago.
points. I think he's going to have a low completion percentage just because it is Chicago.
Yeah.
And Marshawn Lynch.
A lot of
probably
Marshawn
not-
Lynch.
We're going to see a lot of that, but he's not going to really get much. And once they see that, maybe he'll start throwing the ball. Maybe he'll get a pick. Hopefully he returns a few. We'll see, Ryan Leaf.
Okay, so then, Mark, who are you picking?
If you do those changes, Lotus, you got this. Bring me into the playoffs.
Oh, okay, so we got Mark picking Lotus Flowerbomb. Gal?
I think if you change Sydney, I would go with Ryan Leaf here. You better hope that Cam Newton's not an idiot. I'm just hoping he's not because he's going against Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I could score on Kansas City.
Anybody can score in Kansas City. You think Dirty Sanchez can score in Kansas City?
Not if she's sleeping.
That's a good point.
Almost.
I'm going to go with Ryan Leaf's comeback, too.
Okay.
That's a much tougher team than hers. She's been on the worst losing streak ever.
And like I said, Mark,
I have
if
faith
you-
in your team.
If you put all these Giants in and they just so happen to do bad, it's going to be rough.
And just
They will
ends
do
it.
perfectly fine. You have to trust me.
You heard what he said. You have to trust him.
Trees!
Trust the
Trust
tree.
the trees. Triple T.
And now we got the last matchup. This is the final
I like this one.
matchup of the season.
I like this matchup right here.
It's the replacements and the funky Comedinas. They get funky. Can they get funky this week?
Love hearing it, and it is quite possible.
Andy Dalton
It is
versus
very
Brady.
possible. Funky Comedinas, great team right here. They have a bunch of guys that know how to find their way to the end zone. Got Tomas Brady over here. The man that you have given a crown to.
He did. He gave a crown.
Now,
King
will that crown lead you to your crown?
He wins. He gets the bye week.
Yeah, if he wins, he gets the bye week.
If you win, get a bye week. That could be big. There's no rust in fantasy, so get lucky there.
What about Dalton? The
Dalton,
Red Rocket.
the Red
He's gonna
Rocket.
put up points
He's
against
gonna
San
put up.
Diego.
I think he's gonna put up as many points as Tom Brady this week. I really do. I mean, that's a bold statement, but I think he is. San Diego's defense is atrocious.
He's
even
gonna
at
rush for a
home.
touchdown.
Possibly.
Rush for a touchdown?
You really think so?
I think it's going to go to AJ.
Well, replacements are going with the combo here with the
law
law
firm.
firm.
The law firm. I got rid of the
Diego's
law firm.
defense, good against the run. Might have a rough time here. Might have a rough time, I think.
He'll get a score though in the red zone.
I don't think so.
I don't think so
In the
either.
red zone?
I don't think so.
I think he'll be held to 66 yards, something around there.
In the red zone, he'll get a nice little touchdown to give you some points.
Like he'll get carries because they might go up early, but I don't know. I don't see him getting that many points.
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian
versus
Peterson.
Adrian
Green Bay.
Peterson in Green Bay.
Is Clay Matthews playing? I don't know.
They didn't say
That's a
that.
big if.
They didn't
Yeah,
say
I'm not
that.
sure.
If he's
I'm
not
sure if he's
playing, field day.
Oh yeah, Peterson's gonna feel it. You think he's gonna show up on time for this game? The last time they said he actually showed up early. They didn't know where he was. He was on. They were like, Adrian Peterson's not on the bus. Turns out he was at the field.
Already at the field, because he puts the team on his back.
He put the team
Team
on his back.
That's dedication.
But they don't have Darren Sharper.
If they had Darren
He's the hardest hitting safety in the game.
Now, enough nonsense. Adrian Peterson, gonna be great.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson's gonna have a good game. Fred Jackson against Jacksonville. Jacksonville.
Every time I have a running back play against Jacksonville, somehow they're baffled. And I have Trent Richardson, Benjamin Green Ellis, I've had Darren McFadden. They sometimes
McFadden, it's so bad.
don't even talk to me about it. Sometimes Jacksonville comes out to play. They've been allowing points, but they've been putting up points. I think Fred Jackson's gonna have a decent game, all-purpose wise. He's probably gonna get some catches out of the backfield as well.
Probably.
Okay, that sounds
just
about
as
right.
well as Stephen Ridley.
Stephen Ridley. 2
How
touchdowns.
do you yes, 2 touchdowns.
One in the
Both
air,
on
one
the
on the
ground?
ground.
Both on the ground.
Both on the ground.
Both on the ground.
2 touchdowns, even with the committee.
One in the air, one on the ground. That's what I say.
I think he's definitely going to score. He might. I think he's going to get a receiving touchdown, honestly. Just because Miami's defense
They
at
have a good
Miami,
run
they're
defense.
pretty stout, and they have a pretty loud crowd down there because they wanted to see Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan.
I don't know. I don't live there. They decide.
No. How about
Megatron?
Megatron against Indy?
Against Indy.
He'll score.
He's going to score. I think he's going to score.
Randall Cobb.
Over 100 yards though?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's put up over
I think
100
he's
yards,
going to
I
have
think, in the
I think
last
he's got
3.
like 110.
About
Around
110.
there.
Randall Cobb,
Randall Cobb,
mini.
Minnesota. Gonna score.
If
Gonna
Aaron Rodgers
score.
throws it to him.
Gonna score. Because Greg Jennings is not going to play every snap. Randall Cobb is still going to see time. When Greg Jennings gets healthier, might not see as much time. But for this week, you're still good to go there, Randall Cobb. I think he's going to see some targets. He's been one of Aaron Rodgers' favorite receivers as of late. And I think he's definitely going to get a touchdown. this week.
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson. What has he done the last, 6 weeks?
Not much. After he got hurt, they kind of got quiet.
Kind of got quiet. And he might be the one that Jennings is replacing.
That's
Never know.
true. Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith.
He'll put up points.
Baltimore.
It's Torrey Smith. He's
Paul
mad
Mullen
fast.
probably not going to play. So I'm going to say Torrey Smith is going to put up some points here.
Okay. Tony Gonzalez.
New Orleans.
The oldest motherfucker in the game.
That he can be 60 and he'll still be 10 times the athlete half these guys are.
It's so true.
He's going to score.
He's going to score. He's going to get a lot of red zone targets. They're going to be in the red zone.
He's going to dunk.
Shootout.
He's going to dunk.
If you have anyone in New Orleans or Atlanta, play him. I don't care. Even if it's Jaquiz Rogers, play him. Who else we got?
Keith Miller.
Keith Miller at Baltimore.
Miller.
Now,
He's a target. They throw to him, but he didn't score last
Charlie
week.
Batch.
But they threw to him.
Batch.
Charlie Batch.
He'll come out to play this week.
Okay, Mouse. But that's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement.
Trust me, guys. It's not because I'm on trees.
Okay.
Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon
With
Lloyd.
the flex. Brandon Lloyd at Miami and Pierre Garçon against the New York
Brandon
Football
Lloyd.
Giants.
The New York Giants.
Brandon Lloyd's actually going to score this week.
Do you think so? I don't know.
Yeah. Slot.
I mean,
I think
I don't know.
He'll get receptions because they'll stuff the run and they'll have to pile on the points.
I think Hayward Bay has a better chance at actually making more
Hayward
points.
Bay reminds me of Jamarcus Russell because they're on Oakland and his hands are awful. I'd rather do Jermaine Gresham.
Yeah, I was
He
going to
gets the
say
ball
that
to him.
too, but
I'd rather
can you
do-
start a tight end at flex?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah.
swing and a miss.
So, yeah. If you didn't have Tony Gonzalez, I'd go with
probably,
Gresham.
I'd probably go Brent.
What about
Who else should
Garçon?
you go with?
Garçon.
Garçon.
Pierre.
I think we'll see a lot of running
Yeah,
here
he'll get a
from
bomb.
Robert Griffin and Alfred Morris.
I think he'll get a touchdown.
I don't know if he'll get a touchdown. I think he'll get about 70 yards. I don't know if he's going to score.
We'll see. Only
Giants
time will
pass
tell.
rush is pretty good. So I don't know if they're going to allow a bomb unless someone breaks a tackle, which is possible. Giants secondary isn't that great.
No, they're really not.
Jason Hanson versus
Hanson and
David
Akers.
Both of them going to put up points. That's for sure.
Yeah. Giants, Atlanta.
Wow. I'm
It's gonna
starting
be
Atlanta
close.
too, Alex. So I'm with you on this one, dog. I really am. And I think those pick sixes last week prove that they like to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees has been throwing interceptions this year, and I have high hopes. Way to go, Mark. Atlanta's defense.
I don't think they're gonna put up enough points for you to get. I think they'll put up like 4. It's gonna be a close game, shootout. New York versus Washington.
I think New York's
It's gonna
going to
be-
hold a little bit.
It's gonna be the same. I think it's gonna be a close game, a lot of points.
Oh, they held Rodgers really well. Problem is,
It's a rookie, it's RG3.
But Rodgers doesn't run like RG3 does.
Rodgers is sexy.
Listen, over there. Play your game on your phone, psycho. All right.
Giants.
All right, so then
See, I have a question
question.
for you, Alex. What happened to James Jones? Is he still alive? Like, do you think he'd have?
He's on the field. He's just not doing anything.
He's not doing.
Greg
anything?
Jennings is back. He's not going to do shit. Maybe
What
one,
about-
maybe
what
one,
about,
two catches.
What about T.Y. Hilton over Garcon?
T.Y. Hilton is playing excellent the fucking past 2
I would
games.
put T.Y. Hilton over Garcon here, honestly.
He also receives punts.
I would definitely put T.Y. Hilton over Garcon in this position, Alex. I know you're far, far away, Star Wars or whatever, but definitely I would consider doing that.
What about Emmanuel Sanders? But then it's
Yeah,
Charlie
yeah,
Batch.
Charlie Batch.
yeah.
Charlie Batch, yeah.
Fuck it.
Charlie Batch.
Charlie
What about all right? What about Dallas Clark though?
Dallas Clark
It's a hit
gets
or
rare
miss.
touchdowns, but he's not a big target. I see them running the ball a lot against Denver.
It's a hit or miss.
Especially because they like to play the pass with Champ Bailey. They like to help him out because he's like he's old enough to be our grandfather. I mean, even AJ Hawkins might be a pretty good start here.
I have to go with the
Bunch
funky
of
Cole
Hawkins, sorry.
Medina's.
You going with the funky?
I
You
wanted
gonna
to
think he's
go
gonna
with
get
the-
funky?
I wanted to go with the replacements. I thought it would be a good upset, but now that I look at it, I think he's gonna get his bye week.
Think he's gonna get it?
He's gonna get it. Good for you.
Switch Garcon, and I'm gonna go and be funky.
He's gonna get funky with
Gonna
you.
get funky with the Cole Medinas.
Honestly,
Alyssa.
yes, I'm gonna go with the replacements because I
Oh.
don't want him getting that bye week.
Oh.
Because if
Excuse me, Mr. Bias.
he wins, he gets the bye week. If I win and he loses, I get the bye week.
Their matchups are looking really good right there.
I
Yeah.
know.
It-
On paper, I would go and get funky.
I'm putting a big circle around that Randall Cobb. That's he could
Randall
either get
Cobb.
nothing or
I
something.
think a lot of his guys play
Jordy Nelson, same
some
thing.
people that he can get points off.
Well,
of.
why not take Garcon, switch with Cobb, put Hilton in the flex?
Absolutely.
I know Hilton's gonna have a good game,
Hilton is definitely gonna
Yes,
have a good
he
game.
will.
He's definitely
and he's a big
Definitely.
target right now.
gonna score. Him and Reggie Wayne both gonna have a touchdown.
Didn't he get
Yeah.
hurt in the end of the last game?
No, he played, and
he
they
got
came back
hurt.
and played.
He came
and
back and he
fucking scored a
scored.
touchdown.
He came back.
He
He
was
got
doing
hurt.
that whole little T-Y,
Yeah,
T-Y.
he was like, "Thank you." I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he just goes
He was
T-Y,
like,
T-Y, T-Y.
So yeah, fun comedians.
Here's the-
Comedians. Replacements.
I'm
Yeah.
going with the underdog, the replacements.
Good luck.
The upsets.
So that's actually it.
I don't know,
This is that's it for the season. It's over.
1 hour.
We
Regular
start.
season.
We're starting
Irina,
playoffs.
shush.
We start playoffs.
Playoffs.
luck. I'm coming.
Playoffs.
Playoffs
Somehow.
starting. They
Playoffs.
start next week.
So next week, I can't wait.
Wow, it's gonna be
I will
interesting.
be
Do you really
watching.
think you're gonna make it though?
Yeah, I do. You know why? Because once I make it, then I'm gonna keep winning, and I'm gonna have the Shiba. I mean the crown.
Going for the crown.
He got locked into the league. Now he's getting used to saying their little terms.
Oh, yeah.
The Shiba Kamini. Kamasagi Bada.
Not going into that one.
Good luck this week.
Yes, everyone, good luck. Have a good week. Hope you had a fun season, and I will see you next year.
And he'll be back. And he will be there next week. Actually, he will be here next week, but he'll be there next year.
The miracle.